I do a lot of counseling and life coaching here.
Right.
And 9 out of 10 times when my clients are women, when they come and they have a problem, before I used to help them solve the problem. And then I started realizing, hold on, they actually already know the solution. If I sit there long enough and just be like a mirror of reflection for them,
they'll come to the
they
realization
already
on their
know.
own. Yeah.
They always know.
Yeah.
They've known the knowledge from the start. It's just because life has so much distraction. You get carried away. You think you need to make more moves. You think you need to jump up and down.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times, the solution is already where you are.
So what is it stopping then people, you know, such as women like you say that you've had to counsel from coming to their own conclusions about the directions they should be taking? I mean, you just said that obviously life has distractions, but is there something that you can draw to people's attention that makes it easier for them to come to their own conclusions about how they can resolve their own issues?
Yeah. The first problem that we have with this, with the humankind is that the humankind is always looking for a solution outside of itself.
Outside of itself.
Yes, that's the first problem we have.
Okay. Can you explain that in a bit more detail? As in, like, does that mean you're sort of looking for something external to fix the problem for you?
Yeah.
Or
So the best way to put it is actually use the example of religion. What is the gist of religion? The gist of religion is what? If we use Christianity in a sense, it says something outside of myself will save me from myself.
right. Higher power coming in.
Correct.
Yep.
Will save me from myself. Relationship are dysfunctional. Why? You making me sad. You making me happy. What? Somebody else has been given the authority to change how you feel.
Okay.
Right? You've given the power to an external force. This is doing this to me. This is affecting me. Accountability is much harder now because the power is not within. The power is without. Right? My boss is making me feel this is the reason why I'm not where I should be. This is the reason why I haven't succeeded. Is every time we talk, the conversation is always, I am where I am right now because somebody else has the power over me.
Right.
The government is doing that to us, right? And that's the problem. If you go through social media and you keep scrolling, that's the complaint. The complaint is always that somebody else out there is the reason why you are where you are. So if this is the number one problem, then what is the solution to that? The solution is realizing that everything you ever need for your life is always within. And when I was studying a seed is a funny one. When you look at a seed, tiny seed, you would never think that the whole entire tree is actually suppressed within the seed. But it is. Its future, its generation, everything that has to do with that seed is suppressed within it. And that's a principle that I learned from the Bible. It is a principle. It is all from within. Everything works from within. We give birth, like the women give birth from within. It's all coming from within. Everything is nested. It's a principle called nesting. Everything is nested from within. And it comes from inside to out. If something comes from inside out, and I remember reading this quote. It was talking about an egg, right? If it breaks from the inside, life. Breaks from the outside, death.
Right. It's interesting.
And so life is always pointing at people to look within.
Right.
Always. And I don't believe God as an entity that's sitting in the sky. No. It's an entity within.
Right.
Matter of fact, in the Christian religion, a lot of people miss it, but the gist of the whole entire religion is what? Is the kingdom of heaven is within you. And so the God you're looking for outside of you isn't there. He's within. But that does something to you when you realize that the almighty power that governs the whole universe is within you.
I was going to say that sounds empowering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whether you believe in religion or not, usually that's what people try to say when they say, believe in yourself.
It's It's the same concept.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because what? When you're saying believe in yourself, it's not believing in. So think of it as two selves. There's the physical self of yourself where you're struggling with your emotions, you're struggling with your mindset, your mind is overtaking you. And then there's a power within. I always realize mothers are interesting when you watch them, because when their child is in trouble, they tap into a power that's never been seen before. Where did they get it from? Even parents, like or even family members, I would say, if your mom was in the deathbed and you needed to make $30,000 in the next month, do you think you'll make it?
Yep.
Of course you will.
Yep.
And every single being on earth, if you ask them that question, they'll tell you. Without never having to go through the experience, they'll tell you, I can do it.
Yep.
Well, how come you can do it? Because you know there's a power within you. That if you really needed to tap into it, you can. But on the daily basis, I'm struggling. I only have $5 in my account. Life is hard. The government is taking, taxes are too high.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? But deep down, you know, if someone was in trouble that you really cared about and you had to raise 30K, you'll find a way. I've heard some really crazy success story when people needed to make things work.
Yeah.
And they make it work. So that was the start of my journey. And then from there on, I just became a fan of wisdom. And I started studying, the word that I've been studying since then is the word fulfillment. Because my journey in my life is to find out, what does it take for one to reach a higher state of fulfillment? And I've spent the last 10 years or so studying that heavily.